What's up, guys? So welcome back to the FNG Academy. Just wanted to run you guys through a Rucks safety kit. So as you guys know, with the 20-mile ruck that Abel and I did, when you really start adding those miles, you're going to be going out for long distances. And sometimes those rucks, especially the 20-mile, we'll throw in some footage of that one in case that you missed it. Finally, we get to turn around. And now my feet are pretty numb, but it just goes to like numb and then a lot of pain. That might swell up later, but at least for sure that whole bottom of the heel is gonna be a blister right there. During that ruck, we almost had an ankle roll. We went black on water. A bunch of things started to go south because we really didn't take that ruck very seriously, and we almost paid the price for it and got ourselves in a really bad situation. So to remedy that, we came up with a Rucks safety kit to make sure that you guys would be good to go when you start training for selection and getting those really long rucks in. So let's jump over to the ruck trainer, show you guys what we've been working on. We're happy to announce that today, if you're watching this, the Rucks safety kit will be live for you guys to purchase. So not only will you be able to just throw it in your bag now for whatever you're using, when the ruck trainer comes out, don't worry, we already figured out a way to attach it, and we'll show you how to attach it to your ruck trainer right now. So let's check this out. All right, so here's our ruck trainer. A couple things we've been working on is obviously we have a 550 cord handle for two reasons. One, it's way easier just to carry your ruck trainer around like this when it's loaded down with weight. To have a handle is just so much more convenient. And two, that 550 cord could come in an emergency situation and you could always cut the 550 out and then use it, because it's like 20 feet of 550 cord within this handle. We'll be doing them in tan. I know the red's not the best looking color, but that's just a prototype. So outside of that, we have our ruck safety kit. So the way that we did it was with the ruck trainer, we slotted it so that way we can use a MOLLE panel and you could attach whatever you want to the MOLLE panel. And the MOLLE panel is designed to attach to the ruck safety kit. And we wanted to keep everything center line so that way as you're rucking, it's nice and center and you avoid injury and the weight feels nice and balanced throughout the ruck trainer. So you'll attach it to your MOLLE panel if you have one, if you're using a ruck trainer. Otherwise you could attach it with MOLLE to your current ruck, whatever ruck system you're using, or just throw the ruck trainer or the safety kit inside your bag. But it's very important that you take this with you, and here's why. So we'll put that back on, clamp down our weight. And one thing I wanted to address, if you guys saw my Instagram, I used a really thick Rogue plate and people were concerned about the amount of real estate that you have on this. When you use normal plates, you could fit two 45-pound plates very easily with room to spare. So don't worry about that. There's plenty of room on this thing for two 45s and it will carry two 45s. So don't stress about that. I was just using a really thick plate. But now let's look at the safety kit and why it's so important. So the way we designed it is you could just take off your ruck trainer and then open it up and then unfold it. So this is just the mock kit. Obviously everything will be more well put together for you guys when you buy it new. But the most important thing is that it comes with the foldable splint. So you roll your ankle while you're out on a ruck. The last thing you want to do is get stuck out there. So we wanted to have a splint that you could use, and it'll come with the gauze, and then you could wrap the gauze around the splint. So you open up your splint, and it's the perfect size for a rolled ankle. So what you're going to do is take your boot off and then wrap it around your ankle like this. Fold it to fit your ankle that way. And then take your gauze and then do a wrap around here and then wrap around the bottom. And that way you could support your ankle as you get yourself out to safety, find a road, call for help, whatever you have to do. So at least you're not stuck on a bum ankle and you can get yourself out. All right, so the gauze will come with the safety kit. Sorry, I just left that one, so I didn't have the gauze in it. But you'll have the gauze, you'll be able to use your splint, wrap up a sprained ankle or a sprained wrist if you fall and hurt your arm, whatever you need to mobilize in order to get yourself out. So the next biggest thing is potentially you might have to spend the night where you're at. Or like, for example, Abel and I were on that 20 mile. we went black on water. If Abel hurt himself, Abel will have to stay potentially, and then I can go get help and then bring it back to Abel. So sometimes you're gonna have to work through these things. But if you got stuck overnight, you need to be able to create a fire, you need to be able to get water for yourself, and you need to not freeze to death depending on where you're out rucking. So we have all that stuff covered too. All right, so in their kit, you're gonna have a compass to make sure that you can find your way out of wherever you are and get back to civilization. So always know your cardinal directions going in. Have a good game plan for if you get stuck. So we got a compass, that's gonna come with the kit. Obviously, when you roll your ankle or hurt yourself, there's gonna be pain involved and there's gonna be swelling. So we give you some ibuprofen. We wanna reduce the swelling and reduce the pain so you can get yourself to safety and not succumb to the pain and just get stuck in a bad position. So you'll have a small bottle of ibuprofen with you. And then super important is waterproof matches. And they also come with a striker on the top of the bottle. So you could start a fire even if it's raining. You could try to get a fire going and keep yourself warm, cook up some food if you have it, or cook up, warm up your water, boil water, whatever you need to do. The next thing we have is the water tablets, so water purification tablets. So if you can't boil your water or you don't want to start a fire, make sure that you could find a good water source on your route. So that's something that you would pre-plan. Hey, we're doing a 25 mile ruck. We're gonna be going all the way out to here, but I checked the map and I know that there's a good water source here. So if we go black on water, we can go get water and then use our water purification tablets so we're good to go, because the most important thing is water. You can survive without food for a few days, but the last thing you want to do is go black on water. That's when things get really, really dangerous. So we'll have water tablets for you in there. Band-Aids are something that you think, oh, it's not a big deal, but there's been so many times, especially in Catalina Island, Abel fell, scraped up his hand, was bleeding all over the place, threw a Band-Aid on it. If you don't have a foot safety kit or a foot care kit that we sell, those also come with Band-Aids. You start to get blisters. You could pop the blister, let the fluid out, put a Band-Aid over it so it doesn't tear or get worse. You could put Band-Aids on hot spots to prevent blisters. Band-Aids are just always a good thing to have and they come in handy. So the kit will have Band-Aids. All right, and last but not least is your emergency survival blanket. So obviously if you're gonna have to spend the night, you don't wanna freeze. So you could create a nice little shelter for yourself and then use your emergency blanket to wrap around yourself and keep and retain all your body heat. So these things are awesome, super lightweight, and come in super handy. You could get 2 people in here wrapped in this and you guys could share your body heat on a really cold night. It's a great survival thing and it's also reflective. So if you ever need to use that to get someone's attention, this is a great way you could hang it up in a tree or something like that to try and signal for help so someone could see you better. So we tried to think of everything. If there's something else that maybe you could always add to your kit, but make sure you go check out the Ruck Safety Kit, and please don't go on long rucks training for selection without some kind of safety plan and safety kit in place. Whether it's an FNG Academy safety kit or a kit that you guys put together, you don't always have to buy our stuff, guys. We just want you to be safe so you could train safe and you could actually accomplish your goal and become special forces and take our jobs and be our replacements, because we want the regiment to thrive. So thank you guys so much. Go check out the safety kit. They're now for sale at the FNGacademy.com. Talk to you guys soon.